Hi Leos, how are you today? So I am doing the September reading for the Leos. Today is August 29th, but this is still for the month of September. A little bit of a general overview of your love, maybe some career. It seems like most of the stuff that is popping up has to do with love and not career. I know when I went to a psychic when I was younger, that was always what I wanted to know, was when I was going to meet somebody. Or mine was always, when was I going to meet somebody? Because I never had anybody really in my life. I'd meet somebody and they'd be gone 2 weeks later. Not necessarily because I wanted them to. Sometimes I chased them off, or sometimes they dumped me, or I wasn't interested in them, or whatever the case is. Well, we better leave that out since that fell out. So I'm going to do 5 cards from the tarot just to kind of get an overview of what might be going on for Leos for the month of September. And there's another one. Maybe I should have shuffled these and laid them out first. Sometimes they come out fast, sometimes they don't. So while I'm shuffling and trying to get a couple more cards, I will tell you this. Today is my 1-year anniversary of meeting my twin flame for the first time. So about 8 o'clock tonight, I'm going to send him a message and ask him if he remembers what he was doing a year ago today about this time, and see if he knows. I almost forgot. I thought it was last week, and then got reminded this morning when someone else posted that it was her 10-year anniversary of meeting her husband. 10 years ago today was their first date, so I was glad that she had posted that, because I had almost forgotten. Almost missed the day, and I would hate to do that. Okay, so gosh, this is kind of all over the place. Okay, come on, one more. Let's do this one. All right, let's see what we got here. 2 of Wands. So to me, 2 of Wands is this guy has his focus on other stuff. He's looking out a way. He's not looking at you. So if you have a man in your life that perhaps is not paying as much attention to you as you would like, it's mostly because he's probably focused on work, or something else is taking his attention away from you. Because I feel like he wants to give you the world. Maybe that's what's going on, is he's just working on some other stuff right now. He wants to give you the world, but then the next card is the 9 of Swords, which is some stuff is stressing him out. So I think it's a case of he would love to be able to give you everything, but right now his attention is just in other places. Most likely it could be work related, something like that. So don't take it personally if you're feeling a little bit ignored right at the moment, because the next 2 cards are your happy ending and your Ace of Swords. So it just tells me there might be a little bit of a delay in where you want to go, but in the end it's going to turn out good. So that is good news in itself, because I've had a couple of readings for the month of September that didn't look all that good when it comes to the love, to their love department. Some breakups going on. I don't remember which month it was, but I'm going to lay down some some of the Doreen Virtue Romance cards and see if I can get a little clarity on more information about this relationship. And it's feeling good in September for Leos. Like I said before, I'm like going, don't take it personally. It's just a matter of time. And that's kind of what these cards are all indicating too. So one more. There it is. Okay. I know a whole bunch of stuff come up. I don't feel those two. So, okay. So this one says, very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So it just kind of goes along with what I said before, is don't take it personally. He's got his eyes on something else right at the moment. He wants to give you everything. He's just got some other stuff that he needs to take care of first, but this is just saying very soon. So don't lose patience, please. And then it looks to me like you guys are going to get to disconnect from the world. Maybe he's working on like a really super heavy duty project at work or something that's taken all of his focus and time and energy. And as soon as he gets done with that project, then he's going to be coming to you and saying, okay, let's take the weekend and go someplace. And you guys are going to have each other, each other's full attention. So that's nice. That's really good. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So I'm thinking right now that's just saying because he's not focused on you and he's focused on work, have your friends occupy your time. Go out with your friends. Do your own thing. Try not to get too bent out of shape. It's just a matter of time before he's going to be able to be with you and fully engaged, because that is the worst thing in the world, is to be with somebody and not have their 100% attention when they are with you and they are not present. So you want him to get finished with whatever it is he's working on, and you're able to spend some time alone together and really focus on each other. So just call your friends up and say, hey, let's go out and go to dinner or go for a walk or whatever, and occupy your time and keep yourself busy, because too much time on your hands thinking about it just makes things worse. The next one is, these are the Doreen Virtue Just Angel guidance cards. This could have anything to do with love, career, general, overall, anything that might be beneficial. So let's see what, there's one. And let's get a couple more and see what they have to say. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, this one actually is probably one of the better readings that I have done for September. Or at least that's the first card that's popped up in. So, let's do one more. All right, there's that one. Okay, so this one says, notice the signs. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you are loved and never alone. I see signs all the time. There's a new neighborhood being built down the street from where I live, and right before I contacted my guy again, we were not talking for a few months, and I don't know, back in June or whatever, I was getting signs with music. I was waking up every morning with music in my head, little snippets of songs. He even mentioned that he had the same thing going on the other day when he was over here. So your guides give you signs all the time. You may recognize them, you may not, but pay attention to them. If you think it's synchronistic or you're seeing the same number all the time or something, it's most likely somebody's trying to get your attention. So just be aware of that. So this card has not popped out until now, and this says, wedding. Marriage is the union of two souls joined in love, mutual respect, and commitment. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament to your well-founded faith in love's power. Continually breathe life into that faith and love, dearest one. So, looks like somebody who is a Leo is going to be getting married, because the next one that came along was Daydream. So if that might be something that you've already been started to think about, is you can feel it getting closer. Even though he's kind of occupied at the time. Maybe that's one of the things is he knows he can work on this project and make a whole lot of money and help pay for the honeymoon or whatever. It sounds like he's already kind of planning about it. Maybe that's why he's in the Nine of Swords, which is stressing him out, is because maybe he's thinking about how to propose to you, perhaps. Could be any number of things, but everything else looks like it's good. Daydream, you will more easily hear and receive your messages if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seed of creativity. So, I guess that goes along with the signs, but you could still be daydreaming about a wedding. Nobody's going to be mad at you if you're doing that. I've kind of started, well, I guess I did do a meditation not too long ago, and it did pop me over into me standing at the end of the aisle, but I was also standing at the aisle on the altar with my future husband, and he was all in his tuxedo and everything. And I remember when I went into that meditation and that vision showed up in my head, I remember going, oh shit. I have never pictured myself in a big fancy wedding like that. I mean, I'm not saying I never imagined that I wouldn't get married. I just never imagined a big wedding or anything like that. So I thought that was interesting that came up in a vision during a meditation, was me in a wedding gown and him in a tuxedo, kind of in a church at the end, you know, like at the end of the aisle or the altar or whatever. So I don't know what that was all about. But, you know, it's okay to daydream about stuff like that. Nobody's going to be mad at you. The last one that I have here is The Power of Love by James Van Praagh, I don't know, however that's pronounced. So let's get a couple more for that and see what might come up from this. Man, these cards are scattered all over the place. All right, there's the last one. All right, let's see what these say. Discernment, you are developing the skill to distinguish love from fear and truth from illusion. If you've gotten far enough where you're probably planning a wedding, then I would say you definitely have gotten past the point of fear. You can't get that far in a relationship without conquering some of your fears. So you probably have learned how to communicate, and communicating stuff that's not always positive can be very fearful. I've got a conversation I need to have with my guy that could be a little fearful for me, but I'm going to have to do it anyway. So truth from illusion, you know, if you guys are starting to think about a wedding, I don't think it's an illusion anymore. I think that is truth, you know. Ownership, you acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike and learn to love them as lessons. Well, if you're in a soulmate or twin flame relationship, everything about that is learning lessons. So you can't come together with somebody and not learn lessons from that one. So the other one says priorities. You understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. I would assume that goes along with right now, because he maybe isn't paying as much attention to you as you would like. You need to just love him still and know that it's just a short period of time. Don't get too bent out of shape. It'll all work out. Love and relationships kind of go in waves. Sometimes you guys are hot and heavy and in a great place, and sometimes you feel disconnected. Hopefully, when you feel that disconnected, it eventually goes back up to the feeling lovey-dovey. If it stays down disconnected too long, I think that's when you start having problems. But anyway, that is the Leo reading for September. I will see everybody next month. Have a great one. Bye.